April of 2019. I am primarily a Christian spoken word artist, but I can write about anything. You got some requests, come see me, we can walk through something, I got you. You happy, I got you too. All right, so we'll do core poems and I'm gonna get out your way, okay? Yeah! I speak of honor, of mercy, and of grace. I speak of storms and rain in every single place. I don't just speak, but I scream, trying to figure out why nightmares don't change into dreams. Speaking of fame and fortune, making it through the days and rain, just reminiscing of some of the sickness we endured and how some days are filled with pain. And through that rain and pain, I speak of fame. Usually bad things result in something good. Speaking of honor, of mercy, and of grace, something good enough just to put a smile on someone's face in every single place. Now I speak of faith. Believe in yourself and what you need to do, because the only person that can stop you is you. Be determined, fight hard, work to achieve. Nothing will get in your path if you only believe. Still speaking of honor, of shame, of hope, or anything, of rain or pain. See, I speak of many things. Sometimes things that reside in me. I'm referring to everything on earth. I speak of reality. In the eyes of the world and of the world lie the eyes of patience and surprise with the secrets of emotional highs. The world of yes and no answers and cries of hopes and dreams. Trying to make it in this world is not as easy as it seems. I am of love, and of love lies the chemistry, and the chemistry in me flies like a bee, allowing me to be free. As addicted as someone may get to the ways of the world, there's one cure for anything. As patience and surprises may grow, the gift of love is what everybody should know. Even though it can be taken for granted, tossed around in boys and girls, it appears as a free spirit in the eyes of the world. But as the addiction of drugs, pain, and alcohol appear, the essence and chemistry of love is near. As I sit and know that the feeling is here, my love is one thing that you don't have to fear. In the world lie the eyes of patience and surprise, and as we as people open our eyes, our souls and the souls never die. It is easy to overcome the battles that you may think are hard. Just rate the evil stuff as just plain restriction. Because in the eyes of the world lies a little girl who knows that love is stronger than any addiction. Yeah! All right, y'all, blow with me with this, okay? Stories are told by words, and words by forming thoughts, and thoughts from actions, and actions from your hearts. These are my words. I got a story to tell. What I feel is real. And it's realer than real, and my words are like a shield, and it blocks every block that tries to knock me under. And my words and my thoughts, they roll like thunder, and when I speak, you can't tweak my speech, so I will tell my stories. These are my words. And I guess you haven't heard that I got a story to tell. What I feel is real. I got a story to tell. These words are how I feel, and with my sounds I will reel you in. I speak speeches that will help you to begin again. I am of words, and words form, and when they do, they create storms like tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, blowing trees, and trees blowing me into things unheard. And when I begin writing, I can hear my words speak words. Telling stories about how they crept up my legs, going through my arm, passing my neck up to my brain, and for a minute I thought I was going insane. They sat in this one spot, never going south until they decided to tickle my lungs to jump out of my mouth these words. And I guess you haven't heard that I got a story to tell. What I feel is real. I got a story to tell. These words are how I feel. I grabbed my head trying to understand how they became so intellectual, making their way to my hands, forcing me to pick up a pen and write and write and write and write and write and write and type these words they utter. And they utter what they pout. And they pout because all they want to do is get out. These words are how I feel. And they suit me well. And what I feel is real. My words, they got a story to tell. Yeah! Two more and I'm gonna get out your way. So I've heard that water flows smoothly and it rushes past pain. Ending in a waterfall or down a drain, these rivers that we retain, we do not take in vain. And I've heard in more than a couple words that my reflection will appear in the water's stomach, caressing my face with its waves, embodying a great deal of compassion, allowing me to remain brave, and allowing the emotions to appear that I say, appear from the rear part of my face, forming smiles and laughs from more than one place, jumping out from all the parts of my face. You see, as I look into the water's eyes, my reflection stares back at me in surprise, wondering why it doesn't see itself to act correctly, taking care of itself respectfully. My own reflection is unable to see the real female in me. It is confused and abused and already used. My own eyes try to figure out why I am the way that I am, but see, I turned everything off of me and asked my reflection the same thing. I asked about the if, ands, and what, hows, and when, whys, and did now to ask about why this, and what ways, and how, whens, and what days. See, my own reflection tried to fool me. But the water spoke to me in more than a couple words, basically telling me all the things I already heard. It informed me that before my reflection could say anything about its other half, it had to turn the mirror on itself. Now, in comparison to my reflection, before anybody talked about anyone else, they need to turn the mirror on themselves. My reflection dared to question me about me. But in reality, it was me questioning me about me. But guess what? I found the female in me. So when I look back into the water, I won't have to ask about the if, ands, and what, hows, and when, whys, and then nows. I won't have to ask about why this, and what ways, and how, whens, or what days. See, I don't call my reflection anymore. I just call it me. Now I emotionally feel free, but then me, as you can see, I am free. I no longer have to look into the water's eyes for surprise. Because after the word spoke to me, I can peacefully gaze into my own eyes. Woo! So my last one is my most important one. This is called Queen. My third book is called Woman. And I feel as though as women, and no offense to any other races, but as women, especially black women, we don't empower each other enough. We're always in competition with each other. We're always trying to challenge each other. And instead of lifting each other up, we tear each other down and get ourselves to the next level, which is completely wrong. So I wrote this poem so that we can all be empowered. Cool? Yeah. I move in the direction of the light, regarded as the most prominent figure on this planet. Equivalent to the power the sun gives when you look at it with no glasses. I shatter hell with my life, clinging to truth, wearing it like a graphic t-shirt I buy from a department store, or a form-fitting dress I wear that accentuates every curve. Queendom at its best, surviving the strong currents that permeate from the oceans for me quietly and by surprise. I speak to the eyes of the ocean, walking on it as if I was Peter's sibling, his sister from another mister whose desire is to serve and to give and to forgive and to be forgiven. I am driven by failures, folks telling me no as if the word couldn't be turned around and spell keep on going. So I move in the direction of the Most High, killing and slaying demons like I created Game of Thrones, filling in the blanks of my story, allowing God to rewrite my sentences and pages and chapters and novels I am clean by every form of the definition, straightening my crown every time I open my eyes, quietly silencing the storms of yesterday. See, when you are a queen, you don't have to use your vocal cords as tsunamis to get your point across. Allowing circumstances to dictate your tone of voice, so I move in the direction of the light, interrupting darkness like morning, sweet, fine, walking like I own my season. Fresh out of my wilderness into a room filled with queens, I walk, making those who are beneath me gravitate to my greatness while humble enough to pull them up in my level. Confident, walking in the confidence I was supposed to walk in since I became clay in God's hands. I am great, and clean, and noble, and strong, and sexy, and loved, and obedient, and sacrificial, and desired, and wanted, and needed, and unbothered, and beautiful, and black, or white, or Asian, or Hispanic, or Indian, and a woman, a member of a dynasty, my grandmother's legacy, my mother's protege, and my daughter's example. Queens, take up your queendom, fill it with your hopes and dreams, build your crown with knowledge, walk with a purpose, fill the streets with your beauty, learn lessons your ancestors taught of how to walk into a room and own it when it is filled with giants. Queens, take up your queendom. Allow your king to find you in a world where there is only one you, but do not allow him to treat you as if you are less than him. Just because God put him to sleep, took his bread, broken in two, and created you queen. Take up your queendom, and I dare you to walk in it. Thank y'all.